Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have been trying to film a video for quite some time now, but I had no idea as to what I could talk about, which brought me to filming this. As I navigate my mid-20s, I've realized that life isn't about having everything figured out. It's about understanding yourself a little better every day. Some things I believe do not make sense anymore, and other things I never paid attention to now feel more important than ever. Hence, I want to share three things I've learned. First, the power of being authentic. Living in a way that makes you happy and not chase uniqueness. Trying to be unique is one of the many reasons why we hold ourselves back from trying. We think if it's already done, what's the point of us showing it? But what we do not realize is that even ordinary lives are unique. No one has the same experiences and thought process as you. Many people fear being just another person. I am one of them too. But your life doesn't need to be groundbreaking to be valuable. Thoughts like I need to stand out and be different kept haunting me for a long time. But at some point, I started asking myself, why is being ordinary a bad thing? Who decides what's meaningful? We live in a world that constantly pushes us the idea that we need to be extraordinary to matter. Social media, movies, and even self-help culture often makes us feel like we need to have some kind of unconventional lifestyle or a unique talent to be worthy of happiness. Happiness is about enjoying life in a way that feels right to you. Some of the best moments aren't the big, exciting ones, they're the simple ones, like cooking a good meal, having a deep conversation, or just feeling at peace with where you are. At the end of the day, we all have different experiences, perspectives, and emotions. That alone makes us unique. But part of that authenticity is accepting things about myself that I used to question. And that brings me to the second point. Never liked being alone. Society often glorifies independence and loving your own company. But I genuinely feel happy and more comfortable being around people I love. And that's okay. Not liking being alone doesn't make me weak or dependent. It just means I thrive in connection. We hear things like you have to love your own company first or happiness comes from within. And while that's true for some people, it doesn't mean that preferring company is a weakness. For a long time, I tried convincing myself that I was supposed to enjoy alone time. And if I didn't, it somehow meant I was incomplete, needy, or not independent enough. But the truth is, some people are just wired that way. Some people feel more energized around others. Being alone can feel isolating, not because we are emotionally dependent, but because we are human. Some of us feel most like ourselves when we are around people we care about. Whether it's deep conversation with close friends, casual hangouts, or even just the presence of someone else in the room. Not everyone has to fit into the lone wolf mindset. It's okay to want company. It's okay to feel more alive and at peace when you are surrounded by people who make you happy. At the end of the day, independence isn't forcing yourself to be alone. It's about knowing what you need to be. It's about knowing what you need to feel fulfilled and giving yourself permission to embrace it. Not liking being alone brings me to my third point. How important friendships
But
are
as
in
I've
my
gotten
life.
older, friendships do not stay the same. It's not like school or college where making friends just happen naturally. As an adult, especially when you're in between jobs, living in a different city, or not going to regular social events, meeting new people and maintaining friendships becomes so much harder. Even if you didn't go out of your way to make friends, we naturally bonded with classmates, roommates, or people we interacted with every day. Friendships were built through shared experiences, group projects, lunch breaks, late night conversation, or just being in the same space regularly. But as an adult, the built in space disappears. You no longer have a classroom full of people your age, or a dorm where you can just walk into someone's room and start talking. Instead, most people are busy in their own lives, juggling jobs, relationships, responsibilities, and personal goals. If you're in between jobs, it becomes even harder. The workplace is one of the few social spaces for adults, and if you don't have that, your daily interactions can feel extremely limited. Your day just consists of being at home, scrolling through your phone, or running errands alone. Another big challenge is that by adulthood, most people already have established social circles. Unlike college, where everyone is actively looking for friendships, adults tend to stick to their existing groups. Meeting new people often means entering a space where friendships are already formed, and breaking into that can feel intimidating, like you're intruding or trying too hard to fit in. And let's be honest, making new friends takes effort. Unlike childhood, where friendships just happened, as adults, we have to actively put ourselves in situations where we can meet people, joining hobby groups, attending events, or reaching out to acquaintances. But doing that takes time. Looking back, I've realized that my 20s have been less about having everything figured out and more about learning to be okay with the process. I used to think I had to stand out, to be different, to prove something. But now, I see that authenticity is more important than uniqueness. Being true to myself, even in the most ordinary ways, is what actually makes life feel meaningful. I've also accepted that I'm someone who thrives in connection. I've never liked being alone, and that's not a flaw, it's just how I am. But at the same time, friendships change. As we get older, making new friends isn't as easy as it used to be, and sometimes that can feel isolating. When you're in between jobs, living in a new place, or not attending social events regularly, it's easy to feel disconnected. But I've learned that friendships don't have to look the same as they did before. They evolve, and so do we. At the end of the day, we're all just figuring things out at our own pace. Some lessons come quickly, and others take years to sink in. But every experience, every struggle, every shift, every realization shapes us into who we are becoming. I know I'm still figuring things out, but these lessons have helped me navigate my 20s with a little more clarity. Maybe you relate to some of them, or maybe your experiences have been completely different. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's something you've learned about yourself as you've gotten older? Let's talk in the comments.
Words, but it sounds like you're envisioning an instrumental piece that truly captures a calm, beachy ambience. Since this one's not about lyrics, I'd suggest imagining soft finger picking on a sun-soaked guitar. Occasional melodic bends reminiscent of waves rolling ashore. A subtle pocket beat could mimic the rhythm of distant tides. Let the absence of vocals create room for the guitar to tell its own serene story, simple, tranquil, and flowing like the ocean breeze. If you ever feel like pairing lyrics with that vibe, I'm here. If you ever feel like pairing lyrics with that vibe, I'm here. with that vibe, I'm here.